Good morning, motivation team. It is Sunday. Happy Sunday. Bad community. We coming up, y'all. We are coming up. I'm gonna keep promoting. I'm gonna keep saying that we are up because we are coming up for sure. And if y'all haven't done so already, bro, tell your family you love them. Tell them good morning. Tell them that it is time for VZ's word. I had watched service this morning, and the pastor was saying, Hosanna, I'm gonna put the word on the screen. That word means to be saved. And he was telling his story on how he was saved and stuff. And I want to tell my story the same way, but I'm not ready to tell it right now. But all I can say is I was definitely saved. My way of serving for the Lord is right here. This is my way of serving for the Lord. And this is my way of showing him, not only am I going to serve you by getting your word out there, I'm also going to serve you by getting an army of your soldiers, of your people that you know that can make a change, that can do something, that can do more out here. This is my way of serving for the Lord, and I just know for a fact I am going to make a change out here for sure. So yeah, y'all, with all that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and get straight into the word for the day. We left off here a lot, being saved by God and the two angels, and they had said, they told him to get gone from Sodom, because the Lord finna go ahead and finna get it out of here, because it been number sinning going on in Sodom. So we are at Lot on the run to Zoar. All right. So now Lot is in Zoar with his two daughters. They living on the hills on the mountains. Not the hills, they ain't living in the big mansions on the mountain. They living on the hills in the mountains in a tent. You feel me? They living in the hills. The oldest one told the youngest one. Now y'all go ahead and we getting into it real quick. When I read this, I was like, I don't think this just happened. I looked it up on my phone. I went through every version of the Bible to make sure I was reading this right. Take a deep breath. The oldest one said to the youngest one, she said, we living on these mountains by ourselves. There will be no man for us to mate with. There will be no man for us to keep our bloodline going. Our father is old. We should get him drunk and keep our bloodline going. Now, back then, this was probably a very smart decision. You know what I'm saying? This was probably very smart. We don't know what their kids could do for them in the future. So, the older one said, hey, first night tonight, we'll get them drunk. I'll go first. She went first. She did what she had to do. He didn't know when they laid down. He didn't know when she woke up. He didn't know none of it. Second night came about. The younger one went and did what she had to do. He didn't know again. He didn't know when he laid down. He didn't know when he got up. I mean, since the oldest one went first, oldest daughter had her son. His name was Moab. And he was the father of the Moabites. The young one, she had her son, and she named him Ben-Ami. Ben-Ami. And he was the father of the children of Ammon. Abraham traveled towards the south and stayed between Kadesh and Shur. He moved to Gerar. And y'all, Abraham did it again, y'all. He used the sister trick again. He did. Yeah, he did. I know he did it again. So, he told the king of Gerar Sarah was his sister. And the king of Gerar, his name is Abimelech. Abimelech was the king of Gerar. So, he took her to the crib. They laid down. Nothing happened. God came to him in his dream. And he had some words with him in his dream. He said, hey, you know you laying next to a married woman, right? And he said, but the man told me that this was his sister. And she did also say that he was her brother. I'm innocent. I've never done nothing wrong. And he was like, I know you innocent. I know you innocent. That's why I made sure you didn't sleep with her. That's why I made sure of that. And he said, in the morning, you will return her back to her husband. And if Abraham prays for you for your forgiveness, I won't kill you and your servants. Hey, Abimelech got up early in the morning. He ain't playing. He got up early in the morning. He woke his servants up. He said, hey, y'all, this man, I don't know what Abraham got going on, but he tricked me. He told me that the woman was his sister. Whole time it's his wife. And his servant like, what? Wow. His servant was just, whoa. He said, God came to me in my dream and said he was going to kill all of us if I didn't return her. And now they scared. Everybody running around. Everybody just scared. Everybody scared. But he said, I'm going to return her back to her husband. So he called Abraham up and said, what did you do to us? How did I deserve to get this type of treatment from you? What did I do to you? Why would you bring this kind of sin to my kingdom like that? And Abraham just said, I thought nobody feared God over here. And I figured that y'all was gonna kill me anyway to get to her if y'all knew that was my wife. She really is my sister though. She was my father's daughter, and I told her if she really loved me, then she would go with me anywhere, and that's what we would have to say. We would have to say, she is my sister, and I am your brother. That's what I told her to do. Abimelech was shook. He was shook. He looked at Abraham. Said, all right, bro. I'm gonna give you sheep. I'm gonna give you some oxen. I'm gonna give you men and women servants. Look over my land. You can live anywhere you want to live. And he also told Sarah, he said, hey, I gave your husband 2,000 pieces of silver. Now that's just for the wrong that didn't happen. So Abraham then went and prayed to God to save Abimelech, to save him. Now the Lord was finna, hey, if Abimelech didn't return his wife, the Lord was finna, he closed the women wombs up. If Abimelech never returned Sarah back to Abraham, all the women servants and the women of the kingdom were never going to have children anymore. Their wombs was going to be closed. And after Abraham prayed for Abimelech, the Lord, he said, all right, cool. I ain't going to do what I was finna do. The Lord came to visit Sarah, just like he said he would. And y'all know what happened? Isaac has been born. Isaac has been born. Abraham is 100 years old. And Sarah made a joke. Sarah had said, God has made me laugh. All of those who will hear about it will also laugh. Who knew that I would be having a son with Abraham at his old age of 100? The baby grew. Isaac was weaned. Weaned mean accustomed to food other than his mother's milk. And on that same day, Abraham had a big feast, made a whole lot of food for him. Time goes by. Sarah noticed that Ishmael, now y'all remember Ishmael, Hagar, and Abraham's son. Hagar was the woman servant of Sarah. It wasn't Sarah before, it was Sarai. Sarai, before the name changed. And it was Abram before Abraham. Hagar had a baby with Abraham because Sarai allowed it. Ishmael is making fun of their son Isaac. I don't know what he was making fun of. It didn't say. But Sarah saw something. And she went and told Abraham, and she was like, hey, I need them up. I need them off the land. I can't have her and her son making fun of our son. Now Abraham, like, I mean, like, that's my son too, though. What am I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't just do that. God came to him and said, hey, I know that's your son. Don't be afraid, but listen to your wife, Sarah. Listen to Sarah and just do what you got to do. Night go past. Early in the morning, Abraham got up. He packed him some bread, packed him some water, gave him their little stick and stuff, and they had to catch out. They had to get on. They had to get on down. As Hagar and Ishmael on their journey, they done went into the wilderness of Beersheba. Beersheba. If y'all help me out with that word, Beersheba. They're on their journey, and they're into the wilderness of Beersheba. And as they walking, they ran out of water. Hagar is breaking down. She put Ishmael under the bush, and he crying. She walked up a little bit so he wouldn't see her cry, and she then started crying. While she crying, God appears in front of her, and he says, "Why are you crying? I heard the boy's cries also. You have to get up. You have to go pick him up and encourage him." God opened her eyes. She seen a well of water just about the waist. She filled her bottle back up, gave him some water, and they continued their journey. Ishmael grew up on the deserts. He grew up on the deserts of Paran. He became a skilled archer, and he lived in the land of Egypt. His mother had chosen a wife for him, and my message to y'all from that right there, I wrote it down. It said, it may seem like the place you are in is not for you, but if you give it your all, you may find your gift or purpose. Hagar didn't think Ishmael was going to be anything until God opened her eyes and told her to keep going. That's what we need to do. Open our eyes and have faith in what we are doing. Trust God and keep walking in faith. We have to keep going. No matter how hard this road is, no matter how hard the road may seem right now. That's right now. If we keep going and keep being persistent, keep doing what we're doing, whatever it is that you're doing, you have to keep going. Time has passed. Abimelech and the commander of the army, Pakal, went to see Abraham. Abimelech told him, God blesses everything you do, right? So tell me right here, right now, that you won't betray me. Children, you won't do anything to my children, my servants, nobody on my land you wouldn't hurt them. Because I prove to you that I'm trustworthy. Can you do the same for me? Abraham says, I swear. But one of your servants, they kind of forcefully took some water from the well. I don't know. Now I'm thinking, I don't know. Is he talking about Hagar when she did it? I don't know if we're going to ever find out, but then one plus one is adding up to 2 now. 1 plus 1 is adding up, but we're going to keep going. Abimelech said, I don't know who did this, and you didn't say nothing about it before, but they made their agreement, they made their covenant, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. They made their covenant. Also, Abraham said 7 female lambs aside. Abimelech like, why you put these 7 lambs over here? Abraham was like, this was my admission to the land because I had dug a well. That's why the place is called Beersheba, because it means a well of 7 or a well of oath. And the 2 men, Abraham and Abimelech, they just made an oath to each other. And also, Abraham gave Abimelech 7 sheep. Well of 7, a well of oath, where the name came from. So time goes on. The commander, Pakal, And Abimelech left and went home to the country of Philistines. Abraham then planted a tree, a tamarisk tree, and he planted it in Beersheba, and he called unto the Lord, the everlasting God. Then Abraham took off, and he also went into the country of Philistines for a long time. And that's where I'm going to end it off right there. But if y'all enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. And y'all don't forget Bad Community. I'm going to keep representing. I'm going to keep putting that out there. Because it's going to be known. It will be a worldwide community trend. I got that much faith. That being said, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Don't forget, have faith. Put your trust in the Lord. Keep going. Keep striving. I'm proud of you. You know, if anybody told you that they proud of you, I'm proud of you. Just keep going. Keep pushing. I'm out.